You are watching a master at work.
The kid's back.
During that era, you also is Forbes responsible, or is you personally responsible for introducing us to Uncle Murda and everything that came along with Uncle Murda?
Uncle Murda was my artist when he was like 12. So Uncle Murda, I met.
Hold on. You said when he was 12?
Yeah, when he was 12.
So give me a little bit of what was early Murda like. I know because when we first got introduced to Murda, he was like Brooklyn's version of 50. You know what I'm saying?
He was the same. He was the same. He's from the Pink Houses. He was in a group called the ENY Clique. From the Pink Houses, young kid just trying to get on. You know, back then they was very MOP inspired. He was in a group, like I said, called the ENY Clique. They was from the Pink Houses. At that particular time, his name was Baby Taz. It wasn't Uncle Murda.
Oh, that's dope.
So I met him through my man Cooch, who ended up becoming Mafia Boy of the Tune Heads. They did Where the Hood At for DMX.
Nice.
They did various beats. They did Hey Ma for Cameron along with DR Period. So Cooch is my brother. That's my brother. His name, but he changed his name to Mafia Boy. That's my bro. And he introduced me to Uncle Murda. So I remember seeing Cooch one day. I'm like, yo, what's good? He said, nah, I'm doing nothing, you know, still working with Uncle Murda. And I was like, okay. But he said it like I knew who he was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was talking about. And then I remember when I seen Uncle Murda on a DVD, I was like, that's Uncle Murda? It's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. So I remember telling everybody, like, yo, you know who Uncle Murda is? They was like, who? And I was like, they was like, wow. So when I seen Murda, you know, it's always all love with me and him. That's my little bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he used to come to my crib all the time when I had the studio. He used to come to the crib all the time and work on music and give him beats. And he went solo. You know, by that time he became Uncle Murda and do this thing. And I'm just completely happy with him because I remember when I saw him one day, it was at 88hiphop.com. I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, still trying to do this rap shit. But it was funny when he said that. He was reaching puberty. So I think at this time he was 14 or 15. So his voice got a little deeper. But I remember the little kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's really been in the culture since he was like 12.
What was Murda strikes me like he was probably one of them badass little niggas at 12. Like, yeah.
but again, I'm gonna give him this. He was a professional. He wasn't, you know, what he did when he left me is what he did. But when he was in that studio, he was a rapper.
Yeah.
He was there to get his verses down and kick his verses. He never played in the studio. You know, what we did, we played the game and all that stuff, but he was a professional. So that's one thing I will always give Uncle Murda. He's always been a professional when it comes to his craft. What he do outside, what he do before that is one thing. But when he get in that studio, he there to work. You know what I'm saying? He's there to work. So I give him that since 12.
So you wouldn't say that you're surprised at all to see where he's at right now then?
No, because he busted his ass. He worked hard. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard. He was a little kid with a dream and it came true. And I'm, like I said, I'm just happy that I know the story. That's my guy right there, you know, and I'm 100% happy for him. He couldn't be with the better person. That's a good teacher, a good leader, 50 Cent. You know, he's with who he belonged with, truthfully, because that's the only person that I could really see him around that would match his energy with the type of person that he is. Yayo and 50 is the perfect match for him.
It really is, especially because the way the energy around him was when he first started buzzing in the game, then for him to have been with Violator management, and it's like it's almost like everything just was perfectly orbiting for it to come into like full circle like that. So a lot of great things came out of that Forbes DVD stuff. We don't even have to go down the lane of all of the competitors that were out there, and a lot of those names we don't even mention anymore. We don't even speak of, you know. But shout out to a lot of those creators, those early content creators, because you know you guys definitely all paved the way to where we are today. You mentioned MREC. At some point, you guys split, or like, you know, what was that? What was that about? Because us as fans, always watching it coming up, we always saw that you guys had that brotherhood, and then one day it just seemed like everything dissolved, and we never, you know, really knew what happened with that situation.
We never said to each other, "I'm not fucking with you." Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds of Doggie Diamonds TV, and you are now watching The Blake Check. Make sure you tune in, subscribe. It's free. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. And leave a comment. You might not agree with everything, or you might like what's being talked about, but we need to hear from you. Peace.